I'm Kristen Santiago, and this is Madeline, and for my instructional video, I'll be showing how to make baby food. As the mother of a 9-month-old, I know it can seem like there's never enough hours in the day. However, it can be really simple to make your own baby food. So ditch the jar and join me in the kitchen. There are really only a few things that you need. A fresh or frozen fruit or vegetable. Today I'll be using green beans. I try to stay away from canned foods though because of the sodium. You also need something to puree your baby food. Even though they make special apparatuses for this, a regular blender or food processor will work just as well. Today I will be using a blender. You will need something to thin out your puree. As your baby gets older, they will be able to eat thicker and thicker baby foods, so the amount will vary by the age of the child. Today I'll be using water, but breast milk or formula works fine. And finally, the last thing you need is a pan to cook the food in. As your baby gets older, around 8 months, they'll be able to handle raw fruits and vegetables, but until that time, the fiber is too much for their bellies. Now let's move to the stove. My favorite time-saving method is to cook whatever we're having for the baby as well. Just remember, don't add any salt before making her portion. These fruits and vegetables can be cooked in a variety of ways, whether they're baked or steamed. Today I'm going to be cooking in the pan. I'll start with a couple tablespoons of water. And then just add the green beans. They're still frozen, but that's fine. They'll cook just fine in the pan. We'll let these green beans sweat for 5 to 7 minutes, and then they'll be ready for the blender. During this time, stir the green beans occasionally. Once all the liquid has cooked away and the green beans have cooled down slightly, they are ready to go into the blender. If you have a traditional blender, add a little bit of water first, or whatever you're using to thin your baby food, before you add in your ingredients to avoid the blender backing up. Next, add your green beans. Then maybe add just a little bit more liquid, depending on the consistency that you want. It's better to start with less, so you can always add more water, but you can't take it away. Finally, you turn your blender on and just let it go. Now my baby is a little bit older, so I really like to keep my baby food at a thicker consistency. But in just a few minutes, you can have ready to eat baby food made from the same stuff that you're eating. And with the lid, it's easy to store. Do not use fruits or vegetables with added salt or sugar. If storing homemade baby food in the refrigerator, use within 72 hours. If freezing, it can be stored up to 3 months. Do not freeze baby food that was thinned with previously frozen breast milk. Do not make your own baby food including spinach, beets, or carrots, as they can potentially contain high amounts of nitrates that can make your child very sick.